You've often heard me, if you've been around this channel for a while, you've heard me talk a lot about consistency and behavior. Basically, what that means is watch what a man does and says, and how the two things need to match up. And not just match up for a short period of time, but match up over a long period of time, because men can't fake what they do, but they can definitely fake what they say. And y'all ladies, you be falling for the rap. They be talking some smooth game, and you be listening to all them words, and then the next thing you caught up in some BS. And sorry about that. I had a window open because it is so hot. But so just bear with the noise. But this consistency thing is a problem for me, because so many times, the women, as women tell me the problems that they've experienced in their relationship, you can see the pattern of inconsistency starts almost from day one. Like the guy will say, okay, let's go out on Saturday. And then on Thursday, he calls to cancel. Or he'll say, okay, I'll pick you up at 7. Well, at 8, 9 o'clock, he still hasn't shown up. He says, oh, I'm going to call you tonight at, 5 or 6 so we can get together. And you don't hear from him until booty call time, 10, 11 o'clock at night. He says, yeah, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But you see no behavior, no actions towards that goal being taken. Okay, that is an inconsistent motherfucker. Now, why you would put energy into developing a relationship with him, I don't understand that. You got to think about it, ladies. If a man is inconsistent with himself and the things that he says, how can you put any faith in him? Now, my grandfather used to say a man's word is his bond, and that's the only thing that makes a man is the fact that you can trust and believe in what he says. And I've taken that lesson to heart, so that's what I'm sharing with you right now. For a guy to do that, that means he takes great pride in being a person of consistency. Now, I talked about that in the video on integrity, which I will put a link to so you can see that. But this thing, you guys have guys who, like, they'll say, it's just me and you, but then half the time you can't find him, or he's missing. Your friends tell you they saw him out with some other woman. He shows up, talking about he got some bitch pregnant, or he gives you an STD. Well, I mean, those don't fall out of the sky. I mean, obviously he's been dipping and dabbing somewhere. And so that in itself is an inconsistent pattern. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, and it's like so many signs that this guy is not right that you guys ignore. And so I get these letters later, for my advice column saying, well, I don't understand what happened. He seemed to have changed. Well, he showed you early on that he was a knucklehead, but you just didn't pay attention. A lot of you make excuses, well, he didn't mean it. Well, he said, I hear a lot of that, well, he said, okay, well, I don't care what he said. Let's talk about what he did. Okay, what he did was act a fool, and what you did was believe him. And so you set yourself up for drama. He says, well, I want to have a kid with you, I want to have a family and stuff. Okay, well, the consistency part of that is he would be talking about getting married. You know what I mean? He would be making some permanent arrangement so that his child would be involved in a 2-parent home with the best chances for success. I mean, there would be something that would show you and prove to you that he was serious about this goal. And this is the same thing. Like a guy, you meet these dudes, right? Here they go. Oh, I want to start a business. I'm going to be a businessman. Okay. So that's the words. That's, what he says. What is he doing to make that happen? Okay. See, if he's putting actions behind those words, then that's consistency. He's got like one goal that you can look at. He's got this one goal and he's working towards that goal. Everything that he does goes towards reaching that goal. Okay. That's consistency. He gets up, he goes to a class, he, works or whatever, goes to a class at night. He's reading books. He's going to lectures. He's going to the library. He's, looking at YouTube. I mean, he's doing stuff that shows that he's consistently putting one foot in front of the other to reach that goal. That's the exact same thing that he should be doing in a relationship with you. I had an interesting discussion with a friend. We exchanged a couple of emails, and she'd had some bad experiences with guys. I just real nice lady, so she definitely did not deserve to be treated like that. And she met this guy, and he kind of took her by surprise because he just came out of nowhere. But the way that he got her is that he was so consistent. He made it known that he was interested, and everything he did showed her that. He was there for her. He was all about her. He was worried about her. When she was sick, he was there. When she needed something, he was providing it. When something she had problems, he was the shoulder to cry on, and he supported her. You see what I mean? Every single thing that this man did proved to her that he meant what he said. And that's the mistake that I think a lot of you make. You make excuses. You just like cut corners, let him cut corners and half step and stuff, and you turn around and try to fill in the blanks, because I can't tell you how many women I meet that have dudes where, the guys say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you don't believe them. So you have like backup plan B, C, and 72, because you already know your man is a flake. He's like half steppy and silly. But see, why would you put your heart into a situation like that? Why would you invest your time, your energy, your emotions in a man who's a half stepper? Huh? What you doing that for? I mean, you can't possibly be that desperate to have a man. See, y'all got to raise your standards here. And I'm like, unilaterally, women need to do better. This is especially with black women because of the indoctrination that we have through religion and our culture to serve and support and take care of men. That's bullshit. Y'all need to forget all that shit. You see women online talking about, I take care of my man. I this and that. He's supposed to be a fucking man. He's not a child. You don't need to take care of him. He's supposed to take care of you. He's supposed to take care of you because you're his woman. He's supposed to take care of his children because those are his babies. Those are his future. That is the continuation of his lineage. He's supposed to give all kinds of fucks about those kids. But that's not what we see. So, there's no consistency there. And I hope you guys understand what I mean when I mean consistency, because basically that term, as I define it, means that what you say and what you do match. Okay? Everything that you say, the persons that you're saying to can see step by step what you're doing to make that thing actually happen, to provide that support, to provide that money, to reach that goal, to take care of those people. I mean, whatever it is that he says, you should be able to notice step by step what he's doing to make those things happen. When you see a guy who says, well, this and that and blah, 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 but he's doing something else, like you women who say, well, my man loves me, but the motherfucker got a baby with some other bitch. Okay, that's not consistent. I don't know what the fuck that is. But he's cheating, he's bringing you home STDs, he's like a porn addict, he's got all this stuff going on that keeps you upset and off balance and broken hearted in tears because he's not consistent. And I keep looking, when women come to me with this kind of stuff, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you letting him treat you like that? Why is he still in your life when he's putting you through all them changes? That's not consistency, ladies. I don't know what that is. Why you put up with it? Because, my thing is this. It's like if I'm with a man and he does or says anything that makes me feel hurt or confused. See, that's the thing about it. If you cause me to doubt you and to feel confused about what really is going on with you, I'm out. I'm not going to ask you no questions. I'm not going to ask you why you did it. I'm not going to investigate and look and go through your phone and go through all these changes. I'm not going to do that. You're just going to be gone. Like the cover of my book, Sucker Free Love, right? Boing, you're out. And I don't understand exerting all that kind of energy. I mean, I know some of you, because the demographics that Google provides for my channel says the majority are women. It's like 80% of my target market is women between the ages of 25 and 45. Okay, so that's prime relationship age, marriage age, whatever. But for some reason, there's a lot of flexibility. There's too much flexibility, not enough like hardline standards with regards to the men that you all have in your lives. You cannot let these dudes do you like this. You have got to be better. You've got to demand more. You have to have some really hard lines. And I know a lot of you are very, you're scared to be alone. You call yourself, I'm scared to be by myself. What you haven't looked at is when you're in a relationship with some motherfucker that you can't trust and depend on, you already in a relationship by yourself. Okay? You doing everything by yourself. The only thing you have him there for is like face value. But he's not doing shit for you. You can't depend on him. You can't like rest that what he means, what he says he's gonna do, something that is gonna happen. You can't do that. That's why you have all these backup plans and contingencies, and you call, your friends and your brother and your cousins and all the stuff to give you extra assistance, because you already know the chance of him coming through is 50-50 at best. Okay? That's not a consistent man. And another way that they show inconsistency is what I call the bait and switch, right? So you get with them. You get with him. Oh, he's like, Mr. Romantic. What's that song? Mr. Romantic. Da, da, da. That's, I'm not into reggae, but I remember that song. Okay, so you get all caught up, right? You all in the whirlwind. He just Mr. Magic. He texting, calling, he spending all this time and attention. He's just doing everything, right? He just doing the most. And you fall for him. Okay, now I've warned you about that. I told you to slow that shit down. But a lot of y'all, either you haven't heard that message or you ignore it. So here you go. You get all wrapped up in the drama. He just like flinging shit at you and you catching it. You doing all this stuff and you just all mixed up with this dude. Okay, now once he feels like he got you, whether he, is the sex, or whether you move in, or, whatever it is, his goal is there. Once he feels like he got you, all that shit drops off, okay? Now, that is the first sign of inconsistency. What you are supposed to do when he starts that is say, hey, I noticed that you're not doing what you used to do when to get me. You fell off, and now you're not doing it no more. Let me tell you something. What you did to get me, you need to keep doing it to keep me, because otherwise I have no reason to be here. See, y'all don't have that kind of courage or self-esteem or whatever it is to let niggas know, you ain't gonna do me like that. I don't know what bitch you gonna treat like that, but it ain't gonna be this one, okay? But you don't have that kind of you just don't believe in yourself enough or something to think that you deserve that kind of treatment. So you just swallow it and you try to work with the little crumbs that he drops you. And I'm like, no, you got me by you was Mr. Johnny on the spot. You was all that and a bag of chips and everything else that we used to say in the 90s. You did all of that. And now that you think that you got me, you think you're going to fall off and that I'm going to still stay with you? Nigga, look at this face and let me explain to you. This is going to be the last time you see it, because I'm out. I'm gone. And that's what you need to do. Guys have to be held to a higher standard. That's just it. They have to be held to a higher standard. You have to make it known that you have very high expectations for their behavior, and that if they don't meet your standards, that there's no point in continuing a relationship with them. They need to be put on notice that they have to perform to get you, and they need to perform to keep you. Otherwise, what's the point? Just leave them alone and let them be with some dumb bitch who's desperate enough to go through all them changes for just to say that she got a man, a male around her. But, if you want to have a guy who's really a contributor to your relationship, who is a true partner to you, who provides, emotional support, who provides encouragement, who provides love, who provides affection and attention on a consistent basis, not half-timey, not when he fucking wants to, but every goddamn day, then you have to, set that standard, and you have to let him know that, you can't be dropping off, you can't be falling off, and you can't be just half-stepping, because all of those things mean to me that you don't want this relationship anymore, because otherwise you would be putting forth the time, energy, and effort to maintain it, because I'm not going to do that by myself. It's you want to be an equal partner, motherfucker, then step up. Okay, and I don't know what else to say, because women be doing stuff. You guys, you want to cook and clean and have their babies and take care of their dog, and take care of their kids with the other mama, and drive his mother around and buy her presents and do all this shit for his sister or stuff. You do that because you love him, right? You're showing a consistency of behavior towards this guy. They need to reciprocate that. If he's not reciprocating that, and you're in a relationship where you're over giving and not receiving that kind of devotion and attention and time and energy and effort back, then your relationship is skewed and you're in trouble. You're going to be an emotional problem. You're going to be an emotional problem very, very soon. I don't know what else to say about this, but other than consistency is the key. You have to demand it. You have to look for it from the very first day that you give it to this guy, and always look for it. Always look for it. Don't ever stop. Just I don't give a fuck if you married. He should still be treating you the same. You should still be the same priority, if not a greater one, in his life. He should be doing what he needs to do to make sure that you are happy, comfortable, his kids are happy, comfortable, his mama is happy, comfortable, all the people that he claims to love and care for. He needs to be consistent in his attention, time, affection, and caretaking of these individuals. If this person falls off, if this person half-steps, if this person talks about some shit but don't never do nothing, he just all lip service, what they call it, selling wolf tickets, then you have a problem. And you really need to understand what time it is and where this disaster is that you call a relationship is really going to go, which is straight down the toilet. All right? Deb Cooper from survivingdating.com. I'll talk to you soon. Deb Cooper here. Thanks for listening to the video. Now that you've had the opportunity to hear some of the grade A content available on the Deb's Tourism channel here on YouTube, it's my hope that you become a subscriber and participate in this venue regularly. To do that, click the subscribe button. You'll then see a little bell symbol. Click that, which will send notifications directly to your telephone. That way you'll be one of the very first people to know when I've uploaded a new video, so you can be one of the first to come on by, to listen to it, to comment, and then to share. And please remember, all of these videos are informative, and I try to make them as funny as I can as well. So please share a link or two with your friends, because every woman deserves to get up on game.